That's brilliantly worked. And Mane's through the middle. Oh, it's hit the post. And it goes again. Oh, and it's going to go into it. It isn't. It's squeezed away from Salah. It was a brilliant move. And when it bounced back off the post, it was then chaos.
Well, caused by the goalkeeper in the end.
If he shouts for penalties, Agüero went down. Agüero's putting in front there. To keep this extraordinary run going, Sergio Agüero!
Of course, he only scores that one from that angle.
Oh, it's a lovely ball to
that look.
To the equaliser, knocked in by Roberto Firmino. Liverpool hit back. There were just signs that they were getting in the groove, and they're certainly in now. For Sterling. And for Sané. Chance. Goal for Manchester City. Leroy Sané puts them in front for a second time.
Arsenal will be cheering, they're not letting get the invincibles.
That's it, bro. Arsenal's only invincibles.
Cue the statuses.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Review Show with Borch and myself. First episode of 2019.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
A big year ahead, 2019.
Huge year ahead. And look, and what a great start it's already been to the year.
Yeah, an amazing start to the season, and some unbelievable games.
I guess we'll go
some big matches the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, we'll get straight into it, guys.
Yeah.
The first game that we missed out last week. There were some big games as well last week, but this week's round, we had the first game was
Wolves at home to Crystal Palace, and we saw Wolves lose again to a small club 2-0 at home.
Yeah.
And we'll go a bit into this one, yeah, because we spoke about this already. Now, yeah, they lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Props to Crystal Palace. We saw a U on the score sheet, Leroy, which was the 95th minute penalty. But one thing,
you got to give credit to Palace. They beat City before the new year, and they're carrying the form into 2019 with another win.
Now, a really interesting thing about Wolves is, and we spoke about this again earlier, is against the small clubs they struggle.
Yeah.
Now against the big six, we saw them draw to United.
Yeah.
We saw them draw to Arsenal.
Draw to City as well.
Draw to City.
Away to City.
Beat Chelsea. And beat Tottenham.
3-1. They beat Tottenham.
So the six big clubs failed to beat them.
And I think as well, if you want to add in Everton, they lost to Everton and Leicester City. They're top half of the table teams.
Yeah. But then they're losing to look. In the last fixtures, they lost to Crystal Palace. They drew to Fulham. They beat Bournemouth. But then you find them losing to Cardiff, losing to Huddersfield. But then, like we said, the big clubs they're beating. So I'm not sure what it is. What is it against the big clubs where they pull the results off?
It looks like they just step it up against the big clubs, and do they underestimate the teams like
Huddersfield
and Cardiff? Look, these teams are in the relegation zone, so you know they're going to be fighting for points. But I don't know what it is. Do you think their manager needs to rotate the team a bit more? We saw at the start of the year how he stuck with a consistent starting 11.
Yeah.
I think, don't quote me, but I think it was like maybe 11 or 12 games in where he had the same starting lineup, and he was the first manager to do so since who knows how long. Yeah, and I apologise for my voice. It's a bit. I know you're having a bit of a laugh, but
as you can tell, I did the intro this time. But
my voice is a bit
look,
gone. But
it's an interesting one with Wolves. Yeah, no, who knows what it is, man? Who knows? I think it's a lack of consistency playing the same players and underestimating the smaller clubs.
Do you think they need to make any signings now in January? The transfer window is open. What do you think they need? There's a rumour that
they need another central midfielder in the team.
Well, Neves hasn't been playing.
Box creative player. Neves has been missing.
But they have the Donker. He hasn't played all year. I think he came on last week or in round 19. He came on, and he looked okay. There's rumours that they're looking to sign Tammy Abraham from Chelsea, who is on at loan to Aston Villa, and he's killing it. He's absolutely killing it at Aston Villa. So if they're looking to get someone like him in, do they need more forwards? Do they need fullbacks? Do they need defenders? There was also rumours that Pepe, that's at Besiktas. So you got a Champions League winner there. You got a
He's done it all.
Winner. He's on a free agent. I think he's a free agent. I think they terminated his contract. There was rumours before Christmas that.
Which on that note, guys, happy transfer window as well.
Yeah, happy transfer window.
We forgot to wish you a happy new year and a happy transfer window, but yeah.
Yeah, look, Pepe, that's another Portuguese player. It's like becoming.
It makes sense, yeah.
Wolverhampton, Portugal.
It makes sense.
So I don't know. They got a decent squad, like you said, with the forwards. Jimenez is not firing as much that everyone kind of expected him.
There's no key player in that team where I could say he's going to take the team. You got clubs like West Ham where they have, you know, Arnautovic that you can trust on. You know, Felipe Anderson. They don't have that player. Yeah, Jimenez. Yeah, Neves. Yeah,
they're very inconsistent.
Yeah, there's no consistent player.
You got players like Doherty that's doing more than what some of their
players
forwards are. So I don't know. It's an interesting one with Wolverhampton. I think they'll be okay. I think
I think they're a good squad. They're still going to stay in the Premier League and everything, but it's an interesting one. How you hold the big six off.
Well, they got now Liverpool in the FA Cup, and they also got Man City in the next game. So
yeah, so interesting games.
Are they going to do a favour to Liverpool after they lost this week, copying their first loss?
Or is Liverpool going to continue losing? We'll see.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, interesting to see.
The next game we saw West Ham at home to Brighton, 2-2 draw. Look, it was a fairly even game. There's not much to talk about in regards to that. But Arnautovic,
they were 2-0 down.
Arnautovic back and with the double straight away, answering and showing his spot that was missing straight away.
Yeah.
But they were 2-0 down, which they answered that quite quickly. Yeah, 2 goals in the 56th minute, 58th minute for Brighton. Arnautovic 2 goals in the 60-minute period.
Yeah.
2-2 draw, which I think was very fair. The stats show that it was fair. You know, the possession was
West Ham,
kind of 54 to 46.
Yeah, it was pretty even. But
your shots were on target the same.
To be honest, for me it's a bit of a shock that Brighton were in the lead. I think West Ham have been brilliant the last couple of games, especially in the Christmas period. I think they won most of their games. I don't know if they. I'm not sure if they dropped the point, but yeah, like you said, Arnautovic is back now. They also signed Sami Nasri, so that's going to add to the.
You know what? Their squad looks brilliant. I think their squad looks great.
They're going to add.
They got Chicharito, Arnautovic, Felipe Anderson, and now Nasri. The squad looks great. I think. But look, the next game we saw Huddersfield lose at home to Burnley. I think. Look, there's no real surprise when it comes to Huddersfield to lose for me.
Well, Burnley haven't been.
They haven't been good at all, and Huddersfield have picked up small.
Massive game for the relegation. For the relegation battle.
It's a big game for the relegation battle. But I think I picked it from the beginning of the season. I think Huddersfield's going to go. You said Burnley might get relegated. It looks like it might happen as well.
Well, I was going for Southampton instead of I want Burnley, but Southampton.
And on that note, the next game we saw Chelsea draw at home to Southampton. Now, what is going on with Chelsea? What is going on with Chelsea? I mean, there's rumours that Hazard's off. Well, he goes, what's their replacement? There's no player right now where I talk about Chelsea and I'm like, he's amazing. Where he's a freak. Right now, William dropped off. Yeah, Pedro's dropped off. I don't know what's happened to William.
I think he's injured.
All right. No striker. I mean, you look at Giroud and Morata, nothing special. Hazard's the only real player that's really playing. From the backline point of view, David Luiz has had a pretty decent season. But as an overall squad, there's no real... I thought Kovacic was going to be huge for them this season. He got benched.
He's been alright. Yeah, he's been okay. He's been on and off. Jorginho has
nothing.
He's nowhere to be seen at the minute.
It's a concern for the club.
But yeah, like they beat City. Then they go on to lose to Wolverhampton. Then they I think beat Cardiff 1-0. And then they drop more points to Southampton. Southampton's a team that all the top teams are beating. I don't know. Chelsea, they're in big trouble. I think they bought Pulisic, but he's coming in at the start of next season. We also, I don't know, Southampton. They didn't look like they threatened Chelsea at all. I don't know, Chelsea. They need to start stepping up.
Look, it's a concern, yeah. It's a concern. I think slowly they're going to get out of the top four.
With Europa League, now games are going to come a bit more quicker. But what do you think Chelsea need? Obviously, they need someone.
A definite forward, 100%. You can't trust on Giroud and Morata.
No, well, they're playing with a false 9 role. That's always
doesn't work.
Who do you think they should get?
A forward right now, I'd be jumping on Higuain.
That's what I mean. Like right now in January, they're not going to get him. They're not like
even get one of the lower club strikers who's been brilliant.
To be honest, maybe even an Arnautovic.
That's what I mean.
I know he's maybe they're rivals because they're from London, but money talks. Callum Wilson was in the talks.
Callum Wilson, man, but I'm even to the extent jump for Vardy for Leicester, or whatever, just to get a forward.
But they're not going to players like Higuain and Icardi. They're not going to come now. They're not going to come now. But Interesting, huh? Chelsea, you're a bit of
Concerned.
Looking a bit shaky.
We saw Bournemouth draw with Watford 3-3 at home.
What a
And
game.
what was funny, this 3-3 score was the score at half time.
Yeah.
So it was 3-3 at half time, and you know what? It was a great entertainment match, very entertaining match.
Yeah, Watford. Deeney's back now.
Deeney's a gun, bro.
He's been stepping it up.
There's another player Chelsea can go for. Like, you don't know, yeah. But
I don't think he'll leave though.
nah, he's happy there, man. He's happy there.
But players like an Arnautovic will suit Chelsea. But here,
look, again, we saw Wilson and Fraser be key players again for Bournemouth. They have been all season. I think they're best two players. And if you had to ask me the top three players, well, it's Aki, and Aki got on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, he grabbed himself another goal.
So look, 3-3, it was a very entertaining game, but it all ended at half time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 3-3 was at half time.
Well, talking about just a bit on Bournemouth, the last couple of games that they lost to United. I think United put 4 on them the week before. They've been getting, the last 3 games, they've been absolutely getting smashed. Like the goals, we'll pull it up for you guys.
So yeah, like we were saying, I mean, they had a rough December. I mean, in general, the season's been a bit ordinary for them.
Yeah, they haven't had.
In December, we saw them lose every game they played in December. So they lost to Man City 3-1. They lost to Huddersfield 2-1. They lost to Liverpool 4-0. Or lost to Wolves 2-0. Lost to Chelsea 1-0. Brighton 2-0. Tottenham 5-0. United 4-1. All these goals, all these games.
And then that 3-3 draw. So how many? Like in the last 3 games, they conceded a fair amount of goals there.
Just in the last 3 games, man. That's what 12 goals in the last 3 games they've conceded.
Now in this transfer window, they did bring in Solanke.
That's a good signing.
And from Liverpool, and also Nathaniel Klein on loan.
Yeah.
So maybe that's going to strengthen up their backs a little bit. Maybe because we know they can score. We know the attacking power they got with Fraser and Brooks and Wilson and
Callum
Keane.
Wilson, yeah.
We know they can get goals if they just hold up, just sort out the defensive line. Maybe they'll be all right. But
and look, funny enough, if you look back in November, again, same thing. They didn't win a game in November either.
A lot of games there. There's a lot of games.
You know what I mean? They lost to Man United again. They lost to Newcastle. And they're losing to smaller clubs as well.
Yeah.
Huddersfield, Newcastle, relegation teams they're losing to.
Yeah.
It's a concern for the club, yeah. But look, we'll park that one aside for now. It's a bit of a concern for Bournemouth. I think good result against Watford to draw 3-3. Personally, I think it was because they came back.
Yeah, coming back.
They came back. It was a good result. But then we saw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's New United winning away to Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah, 4 in a row for Solskjaer
which is
now.
12 from 12 points, 4 in a row. The first manager to win 4 games in a row. He's opening 4 games since Sir Matt Busby for the club. So positive signs, and it tells you, the manager. Like we spoke about, it tells you about the manager.
Look, it wasn't the best game out of the.
I think out of the 4 games, it was the least convincing.
Yeah, maybe it was just because there was a lot of games back to back during that.
Christmas,
maybe
period.
a bit of fatigue, but still, he had players like Rashford doing decent. We had Lukaku coming on, grabbing his goal with his first touch.
Within his first touch,
Sanchez is back into the squad and got himself an assist, and you can see where
bright signs.
Yeah, there is bright signs, but now we've got a big test against Tottenham next week.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the test for Solskjaer. What has he got? Has he got a plan B? Is he going to rotate the squad? Is he going to keep him the same? Obviously, there's FA Cup this week, so a lot of the players will probably get rested. But it'll be interesting to see what.
My biggest concern is Jones. How is he still in the squad?
Look, there was a few mistakes that he made, but I'm going to give him a bit of credit because he made them mistakes but recovered instantly.
And to be honest, Valencia looked off too. When Delo's there, I feel so much more comfortable than Valencia.
You're right, Valencia came back into the squad and it looked like he was
These are defenders that were there when Alex Ferguson was there, yeah? Like, I get it. Love the respect, love what they've done with the club. But I think it's time for players like Jones and Valencia to go
through. But he looks like Valencia, like now with Solskjaer playing this more attacking brand of football, if I seen the positioning of the players, he was still in our half. Usually when Ashley Young played on that side, one of the games, he was further forward in the opposition's half. But yeah, Valencia again a bit too slow down the play. A lot of the passes were backwards. And
straight out, and they were dangerous behind his side.
Yeah, they kept getting
they
through that
side. They looked a bit dangerous. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he was dangerous on that side.
Yeah.
Kept on skinning, kept on running behind him. A lot of the times the centre backs had to come across and cover him.
Yeah.
It's not convincing.
But you got to give credit to Newcastle a little bit. They made it hard for us.
They did play.
They put in a lot of numbers behind the ball. Rafa Benitez, he's a good manager. And tactically, he tried to hold us off. And look, to be honest, maybe we did get a bit of lucky. Did get lucky with the goal.
That's true. That's
Dubravka. Is it Dubravka? He spilt that ball with Lukaku, taps it in.
Yeah.
And
But you know, to credit, Rashford hit it sweet, yeah.
He did hit it.
He's hitting it, as I said before in the past, Ronaldo-esque, yeah.
Yeah, well, the way he's
the
dipping,
ball spins and it doesn't move.
and all that. But
On that note, though, let me just say, man, Rashford, look, the whole squad has sprung up, yeah. But Rashford is another beast in himself at the moment under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The youngster's really coming out of his shell. He's just
showing
been
his
unbelievable.
creativity. You seen it last week with one of the goals where he skinned Aki skinned him.
That's right. Yeah, it's just look.
It's good signs. Look, you know, we're pretty happy now. With the football,
12
the
and
energy,
12.
the energy in the squad looks up.
One game at a time.
One game, yeah. Look, one game at a time. It's obviously everyone's saying it's just Bournemouth, it's just Cardiff, it's just.
That's why you have to be fair. Tottenham's next fixture will be his biggest test, and it'll tell a lot about what's happening at the moment. He feels potentially they can go on and win every game here. That's what he reckons. So he's confident. The club's buzzing, the team's buzzing, the fans are back alive. But
the treble's still on.
Yeah, it definitely is. If Liverpool keeps losing, it's okay. But we then saw Arsenal winning 4-1 at home to Fulham.
Yeah, look.
Convincing win?
Yeah, definitely it was convincing, and they had to bounce back after that 5-1 to Liverpool, which was during the Christmas period, which was absolutely, they got slogged.
Disgusting.
There by
yeah, they were missing a lot of players, but it
some
just
of the
looked like a whole
defending
different...
shambles. And look, even here, there was times where their backs weren't. Like Lichtsteiner, he comes in and like we thought that this guy could be a decent defender, but I don't know.
Look shaky.
They look shaky, but they got the result. With Chelsea dropping points, that's a massive 3 points for Arsenal.
Huge.
4-1. You had Aubameyang back on the score sheet.
And it's good seeing 4 different goal scorers. Yeah, I know Ramsey now he's signed officially with Juventus. Good way to, I guess, service the club.
I think it's a mistake in my opinion. I think
Arsenal shouldn't have let him go.
No, I think he's the highest scoring midfielder in the squad, and I think assisted the most goals in 2018 for Arsenal. So.
And you know what? He's been a great player for the club, servicing him, and you know, in everything he's done, he's been brilliant. But look, Xhaka on the score sheet, Lacazette, Ramsey, Aubameyang with a world-class performance. I think again, he was a bit shaky against Liverpool. Good result, yeah. I think a great result.
Fulham are in trouble.
They are.
They got a win last week, but they got to, with the players they got, with Ranieri coming in, they got to do a lot better. But Arsenal, look, fantastic performance. Yeah, look, you don't want to say it's just Fulham, but look, you gotta beat who's in front of you. At the end of the day, they got the 3 points there, scoring 4 goals. A good day out for Arsenal, and then
it was.
We had Tottenham, but they also got a big win against Cardiff.
Away 3-0.
Yeah, look,
and again, it's the Son and Kane show, man. They have been unbelievable.
Yeah. I think Eriksen getting on the score sheet there.
Yeah, but look, for me, it's all I've seen every week is goal and assist, Son and Kane. Yeah, but we did see Eriksen on the score sheet. Within 26 minutes, it was 3-0. I think after 26 minutes, it's one of those games where all right, the game's done. 26 minutes in, we can call the final. So now the game's done.
Look,
get over it.
With Liverpool losing, what's that now? 7 points? Are they behind? Something like that, or 6 points, whatever it is. They're behind Liverpool, so they could still apply the pressure as they do every year.
They
put
always
the pressure
do,
on. But look, well done to Tottenham.
But
Spurs
are 6 points behind
next
first.
week, so
they're 6 points behind first, 2 points behind second. As I said again, 2 goals, 2 assists for Son and Kane. It's as simple as that.
This morning they played in FA Cup
7-0
to it was a division League 2
Doesn't
side.
matter. It's just positive signs after positive signs. Yeah, that's all that matters really. Results are results. Yeah, and it gets the club buzzing, gets the team flowing.
That's it.
That's all that matters. But then
we're gonna lose next week.
We then saw Leicester winning away to Everton. Yeah, now Leicester's picked up some form in the last month.
Yeah, I think not last month. Since the owner has passed away, they've been killing it.
Yeah, and again Vardy on the score sheet, Pereira assist.
And who knew Vardy can do backflips?
I didn't know that, man. You know what? Why didn't he use it the year they won it and he saves it now? Did he practice it and then come back with backflips or something? Maybe. But look, a bit of a concern for Everton. Yeah, they have dropped off quite a bit in the last few weeks. Richarlison, quiet lady. Some of their key players are quiet. But look, I'm sure they'll pick up some form in the coming games.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how their fixtures are looking, but look.
Yeah, scroll down.
If we look at their fixtures, yeah, so if we look at Everton's next few matches, they have quite some easy games. Yeah, they've got your Bournemouth, who we said earlier are off form, Southampton who are off form, Huddersfield who are off form, then you have Wolves and Watford. So the next 5 games are quite easy, and they should be bouncing back from these fixtures.
On paper, it is, but
you don't know
they're battling
nowadays.
for
It's hard to
relegation. Then teams like that need the point, so
they're fighting harder than ever.
It's gonna be. It look on paper, like you said, Everton with the team they got, with the squad they got, they have to be winning these games, especially if they want to push for that Europa League spot. They're gonna like the next 3 games. It's got to be 9 points, but you never know. You never know.
And we saw the final game.
Yep.
The big one, the match of the week.
The
title battle, basically, title contender. This season for me was, this game was for me, it was a big thing, because if Liverpool win again and they remain undefeated against City,
and that would have been 10 points.
They increased the gap between them and City, not only, and they remain undefeated against probably their hardest actually they are their hardest competition this season. But we saw the game. It was entertaining. It was nail biting. It was controversial. We saw luck go against Liverpool this week, where normally, like you said to me, things would have gone their way in this situation.
That last year, 2018, that's going in. That's a goal.
That once, what was it? 10 millimeters, 11 millimeters, whatever it was.
Who knows what it was, but like.
Thank God for goal line technology.
I'm telling you,
because back in the days, the ref probably would have given that.
Probably would have given that, but
because I thought it was a goal, 100%.
The calamity that was, like, I don't know why Edison's trying to save that again.
And let me say, if City win the league this year and they bounce back, Stones has to get some. They have to knight him. I don't know, man.
What? He with that clearance, he also nutmegged Salah.
Salah, yeah.
So that's probably nutmeg of the year.
But to be fair, when I started watching the game, and I think like we spoke about this, I thought Liverpool were going to beat City. They looked like the better team.
They did.
They were killing it. Hit the post.
City have been off in the last couple of games, obviously dropping 2 games and maybe a bit deflated. I don't know. They haven't been themselves during that Christmas period. But at the end of the day, it's a results-based game. And one thing that we did see is Fernandinho. He's been absent some of the games that they've lost. He's come back into the squad, and
he is the best defensive midfielder in the world.
Yeah, he 100%.
How important has he been? And you know what? It'd be interesting to look at how, and a matter of fact, how they performed without him and how they performed with him. Yeah, it's a big difference. I think when he was missing,
De Bruyne not being fully fit and injured and being away, he's been a massive part.
I think he's been one of their most, if not the most important player in the squad. But look, I got to say again, the class that is Agüero. He's shown time and time again how he's been one of the best, if not the best, to play in the Premier League as a striker, and he's done it again in the big stage, man. Well, look, when they needed him the most, and you saw the passion when he scored. He really wanted it, yeah.
Lovren thinks he's the best defender in the world.
Just last week, we're going to finish season undefeated. Why speak?
Not invincibles. They're going to be invincibles. So this guy's got to take a hard look at himself, and you're not the best defender. You're hardly in the top 20, and look.
But you're not even the top 4 on your team.
No, he's not. He's not. But like,
and that's another question. Why is Lovren playing? To me, the back line, and here's a few questions about Liverpool. Yeah, and I spoke about this with a friend of mine.
Is Gomez injured? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Been decent. Him
but their back 4 is the best when it's him and Van Dijk, Robertson, and Alexander-Arnold. That's their best back 4. Also, we haven't seen Henderson play lately. Henderson plays this game. Milner gets put into this game. Fabinho comes on later. Keita's not to be seen. I don't know if Keita was injured or. I'm not too sure, but Keita and Fabinho have been great.
Was Wijnaldum playing in this game?
Wijnaldum, again, these are key players that were missing.
Was he playing though? I can't remember, but even with all these
Wijnaldum did start. He came off 86th minute.
But like even with the changes they made, I still think Liverpool were the better team.
They were.
They were controlling the game. They never, and maybe it was the fact that even if they did lose, that they're still first. There's not much of a pressure that City are going to leapfrog them on the table.
They are still first though, and they are still 4 points clear.
They're still 4 points clear.
They're still the most informed team in the Premier League. They've only lost 1 game. They finally lost their first. City have already dropped 2 or 3 games.
And City, like they do, they're clinical in front of goal. Maybe haven't been clinical in the last couple of games. Where against like who they lose to a couple of weeks ago, where if was it Leicester? Leicester beat them, was it?
Before Crystal Palace beat them.
Yeah. And against Leicester, if they just took their chances, especially in the first couple of minutes, we remember with that shot by Fabian Delph, and then that Silva had a few chances.
What a shot!
They get the points, and here they didn't have much chances on goal besides Agüero. I can't really remember any other shots besides Sterling, which came after they were leading, and then Sané pushed that one away from a tight angle, and you got to question the defending of Liverpool. They've been great all season, but who's marking Sané there? You left him open. Everyone's ball watching Sterling, and look, this is why they were champions. This is why they were breaking all the records last year. 100 points, all this amount of goals they scored.
Convincing as, yeah, very convincing. But big talking point of the match was obviously the goal line technology, the goal being offline. It was completely based on technology. It wasn't a goal. Company, red card or no red card?
Yeah. I don't know. Did he even get a yellow?
I don't think he even got a yellow card for that, man.
Do you know what, mate?
Oh, you got a yellow card.
There was one that I think Firmino done on someone. I can't remember on who. That was where Guardiola lost his head on the sideline.
Oh, it wasn't as bad as Company's.
But
You asked me.
Maybe
That's a red. That's a red.
You know what?
And we saw it in the United game. Yeah, we saw Showy put his studs through Pogba's leg and got nothing for it. But to me, your last man. I know last man doesn't really count.
Wasn't last man.
He was running.
No, Stones gave him a hospital pass, which killed him, and he I think he did get the ball first.
Last man or not,
his feet were high.
You're going double studs up in the air. I think it's a red card. Look, unlucky Salah, but there was a bit of frustration in that moment. Yeah, Company kind of looked at him and told him to get up.
Probably was a red card, but
told him he was a pussy. Bit of controversy there, but look, for once for the season. This happened last year, man. It was Liverpool's way. For once the season, things went against them a bit. Yeah. Luck-wise and cause-wise. We've seen numerous penalties that Salah have dived and stuff like that haven't been given. So, it is the game. It's the ref's call, So,
looks. What do you think from what happens here now? From with these two, who's taking it? I think it's hard. I think Liverpool don't got the depth if they continue on in the Champions League.
I still reckon it's Liverpool's time to win the league. I think it's Liverpool's time to win the league. It's Klopp's 4th season. They've done brilliant. They've still done better than City this season so far. But let's see. Yeah, let's see if this open the floodgates to them start losing games. All it takes is one loss, and you know what happens. Yeah. We saw City lose against Leicester, and then they lost to Crystal Palace straight away.
If they continue on, I know they got Bayern Munich, but if they beat Bayern Munich, because they're not doing that great, if they beat Bayern Munich and keep going into the Champions League,
will make the Premier League harder.
More games for them, it becomes a bit harder.
We saw them last year make to the final.
You know what? To be honest, if I was Klopp, I'll completely rotate the squad for Champions League and try to get yourself knocked out. Liverpool fans want the Premier League
more than anything right now,
and like I reckon they're in a better position now than they were when they had Suarez. Than that squad that
they've got a better squad, overall squad, depth and everything.
Not squad, not player by player. Definitely that season.
Coutinho, Sterling, and everyone.
Sterling, Gerrard, better players. But if you look at the squad here, you got like Southampton players, and you got all these youngsters coming in,
and Klopp has made it work.
Too. And Klopp has, that's what I mean. Klopp has made it work. Yeah. And I reckon this is the best chance.
Look, if you ask me who's going to win it, if I had to guess, I'm guessing Liverpool still. I'm hoping not, but I'm guessing Liverpool still.
I think City. Their mentality is a bit stronger than Liverpool's. Klopp, every time he's gone to a final, he hasn't won.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know if he's got that mentality of
from Europa to Champions League and now to Premier League.
Even in Germany, some Dutch, like the cups he's won. Champions League with Dortmund, he's lost. But anything can happen, man. We spoke about Wolves, how they're giant killers. If they beat City, Liverpool goes back to what's that? 7 points. And then there you go. If that's the title.
It all comes down to City and Tottenham. I'm putting Tottenham in the mix too, by the way. I reckon Tottenham could possibly win the league this year.
I think that, they could be, but look, all depends. How if Tottenham loses to United, drop points to United this week, draw or loss, that sends them back down. Then they're going to be fighting for that 4th position with Chelsea and Arsenal and United. It's crazy what could happen if teams drop 1 point, lose a game, win a game. It's going to be exciting into the season, man. And then who wins it? I don't know. I'm still tipping City. I think they're.
I'm tipping Liverpool, City. Exactly the order right now. Liverpool, City, then Spurs.
And who's 4th?
United.
Yeah.
We'll make it to the top 4. Don't worry. We're not going to lose from you, bro. It's not happening.
We're back. The treble. I say
the blindfold's off, man.
The blindfold is off. The treble is on the cards. But let's see. I think we'll wrap it up there.
Let us know yourselves, guys. Who do you think is going to win the league from here? We're living down to the 3. We're living down to City, Liverpool, Spurs. Who do you reckon is going to take it? Is Liverpool still going to take the league, you reckon? Is now this going to put Man City in a better position? Is City going to win the league again, back to back?
And who's getting the top 4 spots? Yeah, give us. You know what? Everyone put your order from 1 to 4.
First, second, third, fourth.
Who's gonna make that top 4 at the end of the year? And yeah, guys, don't forget to like the video. Yeah, the more times you like it, it gets shown. It gets spread around YouTube a bit more. Also, don't forget to share. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're gonna have a lot more videos coming out this year.
2019 is gonna be amazing.
Massive year, yeah, massive
the year of
year.
the football capital, huh?
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot more content for you guys, and
including coaching as well.
yeah, we're gonna do a lot of 1v1 videos, a lot of training sessions, get some more. So for some of you young players out there, maybe you can pick up some tips, some drills, maybe to do at home. And yeah, it's gonna be a massive year. It's gonna be.
I'm excited, man.
It's an exciting year, and
I'm excited.
It's gonna be more exciting when United win the treble, guys. We'll see you next week.